of the page. Let me just get presentable. Actually, I can get down there. Hello there, people of. Just reposition that a bit better. There we go. Hello there, people of Young Rich Nicholason's YouTube page. That's my YouTube page. People of the Arisator, Anglo-Saxon, Norse, Germanic layout. People of Fanes of the Fernsidda, and my halfsman of Iclingas hearth, which I'll be showing this to as well. It's that time again. It's a bit late this moon, this month, but I thought I'd do it while I've got a bit of time. It's my monthly video, so after blot's done, sometimes I do it after home blot, sometimes I do it after home blot and Iclingas half blot. I'll come on and explain the time and events of what the blot was about. I know Reese explained some stories very well in the home blot, and obviously when Chris is doing readings at Iclingas half, we don't usually record that because he doesn't wish to have it done, but we still do all that at Iclingas half nevertheless. So I'm going to explain about Þunor blot, the time of 8th Litha, as it's also known as, the month time known as, the moon known as 8th Litha, which means after Litha, time of after summer solstice, which still technically the summer solstice is the second part of it, some would say. It's also said to be the moon of the moon time of Þunor, Thor, or Thor. So Norse know it to us Þunor, or commonly known as Thor, son of Odin, the Storm King. He's also known as High Thunderer, protector of Midgard, protector of the mortal realm, protector of Midgard, Jotun Slayer, protector of our realm, protector of Earth. He goes by many names, and this is said to be his time. So here in Angleland so far this month we've had, because it is still also the time of Sinner, being still, you know, Litha time opposite. We are literally the opposite end of the wheel to Yale, I think it's pronounced Yale or Yale in Anglo-Saxon. So yeah, both times Sunna is hailed, and this time it is also, of course, Þunor, because this time of year we normally get torrential rain after, you know, heat waves. We're currently passing through probably the hottest heat wave of my lifetime. We've currently hit 40 degrees here in Angleland, all over Angleland, and what we knew before Angleland was founded as Britannia and the kingdoms of Angleland. So I still go by the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms, you know, my country, I just believe it in my heart is Mercia, because I'm part of the kingdom of Mercia, what my forebears knew it as, Mercia, and I am part of Iclingas half, as you know, under the layer of the Fanes of Fernsidda, and my blood goes back to the Anglo-Saxon people of the Arisator, who were Mercian Anglo-Saxon people, tribe layout, whatever you would call it. And there was also in that there was a civilization of Brythonic Britons that remained and worked amongst them as well. For my uncle's security, I thought I'd have that in as well, because he obviously believes in that. But it's on to Þunor blot. So like I say, Sunna's beaming 40-degree heat. It has been forecasted thunderstorms either tonight or during the day tomorrow. We're just coming into an advert on the music, so I do apologise about this. Let's just mute that until I can skip that. And we're back, there we go. So, so we've we're still experiencing summer's heat. I've wore this shirt for the video just because it's light and the closest one to me. Luckily I've been off work the last 2 days, had to attend last night for a meeting, but I've just been keeping cool, sat in front of the fan, drinking lots of water, moving very little. it's like Eastern weather, but we thank Þunor. She gives Midgard the life and feed and energy that it needs, and then Þunor will eventually, as always, in Angleland, come with the life-giving rains that I feel. I've got a strong feeling here, like he'll pass through tonight, or he will pass through sometime tomorrow. It's said down south Wessex, Cornwall, Wessex. I think of the fortress, well, it's known as fortress then, the area of London, Middlesex, and maybe Essex, I think, have experienced storms. So the southern Angleland, it's been, there has been reported storms down there today, so it's cooler, a bit cooler down there now. And I reckon it's travelling north, hopefully. It's cooled us down, so hopefully we may get a visit from Þunor tonight, we might not, let's find out. But anyway, this is said to be the time of Þunor onto the point of the block, so it's the time of Þunor, but Þunor is also, of course, our mortal realm, our Midgard, Middle-earth protector. So with that, it is a time of, again, sacrificing Midgard energy, which on the photos you will see bits of paper of personal to us, bad energies we want to get rid of. We've cast them to the flame. And the home block, I also cast an Utengard negative energy doll. Chris actually did that at the Eiraliffa block, which is the actual time of Liffa, the Þunor festival, which is modernly known as June. So Chris had a bigger corn doll, what he had made for him, representing the Utengard that was cast on the flame of the last moon of the wheel. I did it for Þunor block, and in home block I still did, as you'll see, myself, Amy, Reese, Gareth, give the Utengard Dark, I think it's called Dark Sidu, is it? We give that negative energy to the flame, because I remembered it from last year when I first joined, when we was Anglican. We still are Anglican. But we're also fans of fancy that I'm not going too deep into that. But if that makes sense. But yeah. But we give that negative energy to the flame, and Þunor can deal with that and deal with the Utengard energy, as he does. And it is also known this time he'll give his life-giving rains. We're still awaiting it here at the moment in Mercia and probably up north. But yeah, but in Þunor block we give the Utengard energy, and we give hail and toast to Þunor. It is his time of month. Like we said, he has many stories where he gained Malnai from the Dweorgs after Luca, or known as Loki, cut off Þunor's wife Sib's hair as an act of stupidity in her sleep. Þunor knew straight away who it was, threatened to smash him up and kill him if he didn't fix it, so he had to go to the Dweorgs. They made a bet. If they could create all these items, they'd stitch his mouth shut, which of course happened, as Reese said I'll tell you in his reading in Home Block. His mouth was stitched up. Reese actually led the Home Block, the Þunor Home Block this moon, and then obviously he's now Laird-man, Little Bjorn, that's his name, and he's also known as Laird-man Reese Nicholson, the Northern Mercia. That's one of his other names. He's also now a Laird-man after the Iclingas block, because he was initiated, and the reason he went before me is because he's patron, or as we call it, upholding deity, is actually Þunor. so it made sense for him to be initiated first on the block, on the time of his upholding deity. And it was a good turnout. We had my friend Richard. We had our friend Richard join us. We welcomed in Frith at Iclingas Hearth. We welcomed Steph as a half member. Chris's friend Steph is very, very good on the path. Jabes sadly couldn't make it, but what's our Jabes? If you see, well, when you see this no doubt, I hope you're well. Hope to see you again at the next blot or future blots. Obviously, Amy Heaton is a half member. She was coming. Gareth's yet to be a half member because he's sending home lots. So we need to get into a Iclingas Hearth. He's hopefully soon to be a half member. And I'm just muting that again because we've got another ridiculous ad and it's not skippable, so I'm keeping that muted for a minute so I can carry on. So Gareth's hopefully soon to be inducted, and our spiritual leader, as we call him, we see him as our spiritual leader. Obviously, Leofrich was come back to join us for that. It was nice to see him. And he witnessed Reese's initiation, and our lead blotter Chris, and of course Wolfman, our halfman Wolfman Ian was there, and of course myself, and obviously Reese. So that went really well. Readings and stories we know were read in front of the gods on the wheel in our grove before the gods, as it was here at home blot. Reese read some of the stories here at home blot, and we honoured him and toasted him in both blots. And it is said to be the time of Þunor, though it's summer, it is hot. But for Þunor, we remember that torrential rain when the air is too humid and warm, like it is now here right now. It's very warm here right now. And it gives that life-giving rain to cool us and the lands all down. The rivers start to dry up, and at the last minute, he smashes his mighty hammer into his anvil, and the sparks give the life-giving rains to refill our rivers, bless our lands and keep them moist and tender. And that's why this time is dedicated to Þunor, as well as sorting out the Iclingas, which is probably his main role with our realm, to look upon us little mortals, as Reese would say. Good old as Reese always says. But yeah, that's pretty much what Thunor was about this year, and what we do as Anglo-Saxons, how we celebrate it in the modern term. It's probably how our forebears would have celebrated it. Maybe animal sacrifices, a few animal sacrifices back then as well, which obviously we can't do today because of modern laws. So, you know, we give sacrifices of Iclingas energy, of corn dolls, like I did at home block. And also, and another thing we did at home block, we offered him a Fursas room, you know, a Fursas room, a furs room, known as in Norse as Furs. It's Fawn in Anglo-Saxon and Fursas in Norse in the new room. So yeah, so that was also offered at home block, as well as you know, the mead from the bowl that we always give to the gods in nature at the end. So yeah, and this is all done in nature, back garden, our grove. And these blots are going really, really well. So we're honouring the gods, we're keeping the ways of our forebears alive, and I think Þunor was highly honoured this wheel. And now we head into we now look towards Lafferblot, time of the month, moon of Wedmanoff, meaning weed month. Obviously the weed crop that was used to make bread and stuff in the fields, not weed as in the drug. I'll state that because there's the weed plants that, not, well, the weed, you know, the weeds that create bread, not as in the drug, plant can create bread, and that's associated with Eowa and Scaffer, and I guess you can link it with Seb, Thunor's wife, goddess of crop as well, and time of fertility. I suppose you could connecting with Faye as well. That would be my initiation at Iclingas hearth. That's the plan. So that will be a good block coming up next month. But again, that's another story for next moon, where we'll sit here again with lovely relaxing Anglo-Saxon music to explain that blot. So yeah, that's all for now, folks. Let's give you a better overview on Þunorblót. I enjoy doing these little talks, and I will see you guys on the next home block video, which will be aiming to do it, of course, weather pending. I'm aiming to do it August the 4th, weather pending. I always try and do it first Thursday of every month. That is 3 weeks away, guys, so I'll put a few posts up between now and then. I think I'm going to put one up in a minute about another Anglo-Saxon banner flag. As I said, I was going to keep on that subject. I need to get back into the trees as well. The herbal healing trees. I want to keep on these subjects because you guys like to know, and they're good posts. Not so much knowledge that I know you guys deserve to discuss and know about. But that's on my Facebook group, and will also be shared to Fanes of Fensider, and of course my personal page. So be sure to follow Aracita, Germanic Norse Laird. No, it's Anglo-Saxon, Germanic Norse Laird of the Aracita. So be sure to follow that. Follow me on Fanes of the Fensider with my Hearthsman for all those really exciting posts on our path and our knowledge and our ways. And we're not just internet based. I know Chris really wants me to get this out. If you live in Angleland, if you live local, let me just mute that. Stupid ad. So if you live local to Mercia or in Angleland and you're able to travel to Mercia, follow me under Rich Casterton, or in brackets my nickname. Well, I'll put it as nickname, but it's part of my spiritual name, Nicholas' son. Follow me under that, Rich Casterton or Rich Nicholas' son. Make sure you get the right account. The picture is a picture of me and my girlfriend. Timeline photos of Iclingas hearth. Contact me on that, and I can give you postcode and details to where our grove is in Mercia if you wish to, join us for Blot. We do ask that you are Germanic, preferably Germanic or Old English, or it could be Northern Germanic, I suppose, at a push for Viking as well. But if you are heathen as well, or interested in pre-Christian paths, and you want someone to block with, you can hold frith with us, which means you can join in. It may be a question of whether you can be initiated into the hearth. If you are of Germanic blood and you are of the old ways, we hope this will be the place for you. So message myself, message Chris Anglican, message 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 Ian Lordy, or message Reese Casterton, and hopefully we can get you down to our grave for Blot. Chris Anglican can meet within other areas of Mercia as well. He can also do blots up in Leicester, his local area, on a different day or a different week. So if you're local to Leicester, contact Chris Anglican as well, and we can reach out to you guys. We want to build a community of our ways. We want people that are really in this to join us, and we can become one big family of our path and keep our ways alive. That's what it's about, honouring the gods, our forebears, and keeping this amazing thing alive. So wassail guys, wassail how, drink ale, and I'll see you guys in the next one. No, guys.